We're live. It is 3:05 p.m., 9:05 BST. It is Across the Pondcast, the best podcast you never heard of. Sam, Matt, and Craig. We're on the screen with Joe Hickey. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you? Thanks for joining us, man. I really appreciate you being able to come on. It's really awesome to have you here.
Pleasure. Three legends.
And then we got Chris. Takes that guy. We got Prayer Crawl here.
Chris, we needed somebody for this corner. So.
Right.
You could have just had a fucking mannequin or something, but for some reason, you had me.
Yeah, to be fair.
So the mannequin was unavailable.
Right. So we got a real live human. We got Chris Spurclaw on the show. How you doing, sir? Welcome on. How's it going?
Thank you. Yeah, no, I've got my big leffy. I'm all good.
First time on the show?
First time on the show. Yeah, it's a lot darker. Usually when you're on the show, you usually have a lagery time. That's like a stout kind of thing.
YouTube just pushed the notification for our channel. That's the first time that's ever happened.
Sweet. Oh God. Does that mean we actually have to not talk shit for an hour?
No, we fucking talk shit.
we don't care because we're not really trying to monetize. So really, YouTube can go take a big old.
What we do is basically what you do on your channel, but without the beeps.
Right.
Fair bucks.
Right. Because we actually don't care about actually becoming anything other than just 2 or 3 or 4 people talking on
shit. I better share the show, aren't I?
Yeah, get your keyboard out and start sharing.
Yep, so do the socials.
And if anybody's actually watching the live stream, we've got ER and Hickey's in, of course, and Dave and Aditya. If you notice, my background is a little bit. I'm actually on location at the Lake of the Ozarks in central Missouri. So I'm on, I guess, not even really vacation. Just decided to do a golf getting away weekend. My buddy had to burn some timeshare time, so we're out here on the lake. So I figure anybody can see it where I'm on the lake, so it's not too bad. It's better than Matt's flower.
Damn it! Fucking what?
Silent Hill flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I will kill you.
Yeah. I've been, and I have been. Simon got it right. I pretty much have been kicked out of the house due to my excessive phone buying. That is correct because I do have the Mate 30. So I try to actually go on and look at Chris's. He talked about the 30 Pro. He didn't really talk about the 30. So I'm like, So I was curious to see what your thoughts would be. Did you actually get a chance to ever get a hold of the Mate 30 and not the Pro? And then did you ever try to run it through its paces versus the Pro and see what was it?
Not really, to be honest. I had a bit of a fondle, but that was about as far as it went. It was kind of like a drunken Saturday night, Sunday special, basically. It looks good. I always was a fan of the more standard models. I certainly like the P30, the P40. I think that, if you want like the super Pro premium features, then go for the Pro. Spend that extra cash. But like the P30 was one of my favorite handsets of that year because it was a bit more compact for one. Mm-hmm. So it was really easy to use one-handed, absolutely lovely. And it actually had an earpiece as well, I think, which was lacking from the Pro model because it used the vibration tech. So you had the stereo speaker set up and all. So yeah, I thought it was a vastly underrated phone. So they're definitely worth looking at.
Cool. So, Joe, welcome to the show. I know you've been a long-time listener and first-time caller, so we're glad you can get you on. So, where exactly in the UK are you at exactly? Because I know it's. I would thought it wouldn't have been a big deal, but apparently it's a big deal to be not in the same city.
He's in my basement.
Oh, sweet.
He's in the barn.
You can't
see the barn's not there anymore. You fucking bastard. You're always bringing that up. The barn fire.
Yeah. So where is Joe at in the UK?
You won't have heard of it. It's out in Regis, which is not far from Luton.
Luton
not
special.
Yeah. I knew
Lots
that.
of crackheads.
Sam, look at Sam's face. Sam's face. He's like, is that on the beach? Is that a tree?
They have an airport. That's cool. No, so like in relation to like where I know where Darby's at because of Matt, because I've looked it up. So where is it? Is it close to there, or is it in the Midlands, or I don't know where that would be. Right. Is that what it is?
It's lower down, like you said, the basement.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're never going to go there.
No.
You're in the basement.
I'm from London.
The Midlands arsehole. That's where you are.
Originally from London. Okay, cool. That's cool.
Yeah, from London, yeah.
Luton.
I was glad to get away from there.
Cool. Well, I've noticed now, other than me and Aditya and Dave in this chat, even on the show and in the chat, I think we're the only non-British people. This is turning into a UK-centric show.
Hey, I told you we'd take over.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. It's all good, considering the fact that the UK is a pretty cool place to visit, pretty not happening country, except everybody's locked down. How's that going? Lockdown day 10 or 12, or I don't know where you guys
are. Lost count, mate. Yeah. There's fuck all happening right now, that's for sure.
No one's shot anyone. No one's burnt anything down. So we're good.
Nobody shot anyone. Does anybody have a gun in the UK? Do anybody even own a firearm in the country?
No, they prefer knives.
Oh,
yeah, but there is shootings. There is shootings, but not yet.
Who's shooting who? Who has a gun in the
UK? Gangs. That is
and aristocrats.
True.
Gangs and aristocrats are the two people.
They do a lot of. There's a big thing in the news at the minute about child sex trafficking. There's a gang in the UK circulating, trying to kidnap kids and stuff in the streets. They have guns.
Oh, that's
Jesus Christ! This podcast got it off to a really dark start, man.
We always bring the smoke.
And we got Juan's in the chat. I did find his dam. There is a dam here.
Juan.
Bagnell Dam. He's lurking.
And there's in the chats. He likes to do
the major electrical dam here is called Bagnell Dam, and he was telling me that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he told his dad used to say.
I can't believe that's a thing.
That's a thing.
I can't believe that's a thing. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. So Juan's in the chat, lurking around, hanging out on a Sunday, and TK is in the chat.
And I'm wearing all merch, guys. All merch. I'm promoting your merch.
Yeah, so he's got a TK kind of thing going on. Chris has got his white Sonys.
I've got the TK bag now. That's what I'm doing.
And then and Hickey, dude, show me your drink horn. And he's got that shirt, which is and his boobs. There you go. So he just pushed his boobs up. And that drink horn is badass, man. I love that.
It's not the drink horn, it was the boobs while we asked Joe to come on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all about the
man
boobs.
boobs.
And they're really they're like psychedelically designed shirt. I like that. It's a good look.
So
it's River Island.
Sam.
Yes.
How has your first couple of days been with the Mate 30?
It's been pretty good. Well, it took me about and TK will be mad at me because I got the phone and I saw that I updated the firmware. So it was still EMUI 10, but it was 192 is the firmware. So, and I noticed that when I tried to launch the Google Fire to get the Google Play services, it was this is not really, it's too high up. The version's too high. I was but it said it was successful. So after I think it took me 9 tries of flashing the phone, trying to do it, flashing the phone, getting it to kind of work. All of a sudden it just started working. It's everything connected and it works. So now I've got Google Play services and I was actually about ready to say, screw it. I'm just going to use the phone without Google Play services and just see, as an American, can I use a phone without GPS? Can I do it? And I got every app on there with the exception of I think 4 or 5. I couldn't get Netflix to work, obviously, because it's a region thing. And there was a Live 360 app that I used to help. It's a family location tracking thing, which is kind of nice. What I use for the daughters and stuff. About 4 or 5 apps I couldn't get, and they're really a decent mapping solution. That was really it. Other than that, I was I can get everything to work. I had APKs to work. I had Disney Plus was working. I had a couple of games working. It worked okay. So I got to Google Play. It's been, dude, I took it out today and I'll post pictures online of when I went golfing today and a really nice area. And it was it takes fantastic photos. And I'm always partial to Huawei phones. I had a P30 Pro and that thing took really killer phones, man. It was really good.
It still does.
Yeah, I had a P20 Pro. I loved it.
Yeah, it's just, I like Huawei's camera app and I like their color science and their processing. It's really good to use. And I also like the flat screen because I got the headphone jack because I made 30. I got the flat screen, but I still get the good front camera chops and I miss the time of flight and stuff on the back. And I don't get the super, super slow-mo on the 30. But as far as battery life, of course, it's the same thing like the P30 Pro. I couldn't kill that thing, man.
Huawei's got really good battery life. Yeah. And even the P20 Pro holds up camera-wise, now. Because my partner's, she's got the P20 Pro, everyday use, and the pictures are still really good.
Yeah. So far it's been, I've really, to the point where I haven't put my SIM back in. I've been using it all weekend because I was going to be out taking pictures. I haven't put the SIM back in my Duo, which is with me, since probably Friday night since I got out here. I mean, the Duo's right here, so I still have it.
Oh man, no Duo love.
Well, I still keep it because actually I was still using it.
Man, he doesn't like it that much. He pissed on it.
Yeah, but I still got my Duo and my lovely bride in the snow. So it's cool. But yeah, I really like it. And here's the thing. I really like Huawei phones. And like I said, I'm actually hoping, because I know that the rule was that if Google Play, like if they get off the entity list, like if a Biden administration would remove Huawei and ZTE, that the people who run Huawei said they can push Google Play services to the devices in 24 hours. So like they've got everything ready to go. As soon as they come off the entity list, it's in. Bam. They're gonna send it, which won't matter. But I really like it. It's just a shame that it's not available in the US, because I think a lot of Americans for an Android device would really like this phone if they can get their hands on one. It's a shame.
Yeah, it was really bad time. And just as they were really getting that momentum up, then damn shame.
Yeah. So anyway, Joe, I was going to ask you what phone. I knew you're on the show, and I know you're on our chats, and you're a super awesome guy.
The reason he's here is the Pixel 5.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a 5.
Because I wanted Chris and Joe to have an experience sort of chat, being his mind went back to Google.
Right.
Yeah. It's cracking phone.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, really good phone. Battery life is unreal.
Okay.
Yeah, especially compared to that Pixel 4. Like my expectations were tempered after that one. It's like, if you can make it through a day, I'll be happy.
Was it that bad, really, on the Pixel 4?
Oh, it was fucking god awful. And people are saying, it's improved with the updates, but no, it's dead by like 6 p.m.
Really?
And that's if I'm not streaming video or Skyping or anything on it. That thing was a massive disappointment. But yeah, Pixel 5, it's completely reversed that, thankfully. So you can easily make it through a day now.
Cool.
Yeah,
so
it was a good phone.
If you have small hands, it's good. So I mean, as far as like and you have a case on, is it like a real like a thick case that really adds thickness, or even with that, are you still able to handle it pretty well one-handedly?
Yeah, it's still not that chunky. That's with a Steven case on it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I had the 4XL. It was
what you would say.
Yeah, the 4XL, the battery was okay on it, but yeah, I saw the 5, and now it wasn't Google saying that the gap on the screen was by design. Like that's how it's
it's meant to fall apart.
It's supposed to expand and explode. It's fine.
Is that where we're going with that? It's like that's the play we're making.
That's where Google are going with it.
That's really the
fine.
question.
Only 17 people bought one anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What happened to your first one?
He had a bigger gap, and he had to get a replacement in.
So it's a design. So that means every Google 5 should have Pixel 5 should have a gap, right? They don't.
Incorrect.
They decided that after.
Yeah. They decided it. Only some, though. Only the special edition ones were worth.
Oh, is it exclusive?
Yeah,
it's an exclusive.
I wish I had that now.
It's the gap. The GP gap edition. The gap edition phone. Yeah.
It's the only one. You're special if you've got the gap.
Right. Especially if it's in your teeth. So, Chris, how are you doing with like phones? Like we've kind of started to slow down a little bit. It looks like the traffic has kind of started to flatten.
It's not quite so bad. Yeah, I'm still looking at a stack of phones that are still in the cellophane wrapper that need some love. They are begging for love, and I need to give it to them at some point.
He's got
yeah, but the thing is, by this point, normally you'd be home dry. Like IFA would have happened. You've done your launches. You've had your mental periods. Mid-November, normally you've reviewed all that shit, and then it's like, right, I'll just put my fucking feet up. I'll just watch a bit of Netflix. Come February, MWC will happen. Shit will sort of kick off. Usually a little bit of CES, but it's not too bad. But no, next week we've got a Realme launch, the Realme 7 5G happening on Thursday. There's going to be a couple more launches before the end of the month as well, which I don't think I could talk about yet because I think it's all under NDA. Okay. So shit is gonna keep on going until December, man. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of the Nokias, the Realmes, the Xiaomis, the Motos, all the the lower boys that no one really pays attention to.
Budget bad boys, yeah. I forgot about Nokia as well. Yeah, I just got the 3.4 in, so hopefully get a video on that live next week as well.
Not the James Bond phone that's just.
No, I've already done that one.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, it's terrible.
A3
for the price.
It's okay.
It's not acceptable.
But yeah, for the price, that's the problem. It needs to be like 400 quid. If it was 400 quid, I'd be like, okay, well, it's a nice sort of.
Yeah, but it's the James Bond phone, so it's $799. It's fine.
It is the James Bond phone, the James Bond phone for the James Bond film that might never actually come out. We'll see what happens there.
Oh man, Yara says he had a gap on his Pixel 5, returned it. The replacement 5 had a bigger gap, so he returned that for a refund. Also had to send his free Bose headphones back.
Oh, what?
Oh,
they could have at least let him keep the goddamn Bose.
I know, especially considering the fact that it's just like meh. And then So I thought it was just the 8.3. So there's a 3.4 Nokia 3.4 coming out as well.
So yeah, the 8.3 was kind of their sort of mid-rangey flagship style of one to compete with like the Moto Edge and stuff like that. But this was announced like back in like March time, before the whole world went to absolute AIDS, basically. So they were hoping to get that out.
Putting it.
Yeah, hoping to get that out fairly soon. Just in time for the James Bond film. Then, of course, that got cancelled. Everything for sort of distribution got fucked. So that just came out 6 months later, by which point you had a slew of other 5G phones. Because at the time, it was the cheapest 5G phone you could buy. Right. Now, of course, Realme X50 5G, you got the Moto G 5G Plus, just so many 5G phones. And this is like twice the price with about the same specs. So it needed to come out when it was launched. And unfortunately, it didn't.
Yeah, and then TK's mentioned all the Mi phones that are coming. I guess like the Mi A. I guess the
little Mi phones.
The little Mi phones. Yeah. I'll tell you right now.
No phone is smaller than that iPhone Mini. That thing is fucking even smaller than the Pixel 5.
It's cute as shit, right?
It's like this big. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
My hands look big.
Yeah.
How do I look at? How do I?
This is the Zoolander
If I
phone.
lose this out of my pocket, I ain't gonna fucking notice.
If you breathe in while you're on a phone call, you're fucked.
It's
that
just
thing
like
is straight into your esophagus.
Well, and I guess.
Oh well, there we go. Got to get another one now.
I guess my question for Joe and Chris would be: would you ever really consider use? I mean, I know that the Sonys have compact phones, and those are nice too because you can get one-handed use. I like the way Sony does compacts, but if you had a choice, would you ever rock a Mini? Because that would be just me. Like, is that really a content creation or like a consumption device, or is that really more of a communication device because of the screen and just the form factor? Would you ever really consider, like in the current state of iPhone 12s, the Mini being there, would you ever consider that phone as a daily driver?
Yeah, I mean, as long as the battery life was good, that would be my caveat, which apparently it's not great. I haven't actually personally tested it yet. My review of the iPhone 12 is going live tomorrow.
Okay.
But the Mini, I haven't had a chance to test out. Yeah, I mean, as long as the battery life is good, the overall experience is fine. Because I don't need a massive screen. I'm using my phone basically to email, to message, occasionally stream video and listen to music and stuff. I don't need a big ass fucking screen or anything. The only thing is it would be nice to have a bigger screen for gaming on.
Okay.
You'd probably have I'd probably have a set phone for that anyway.
Big fucking Lenovo Legion phone that you reviewed.
That is a beast.
That thing. When I watched your video, I'd never seen that phone before. Never. That was the first time I've ever seen it. I was watching it thinking, I don't know, but I want one.
Yeah, I know, right? There's something about it.
And then the cameras in the middle that look like eyes, and the side selfie camera, which even if you're not gaming, you want to take a selfie, you've got to hold it sideways.
Yeah.
The weird how the color on the front matches the back, and I still want one. I don't know what it is.
It's definitely
it's because it's a weird gaming phone. That's what you want. It's like
to be fair, it's a weird gaming phone.
It's just like
gaming phones are me.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So Joe, I just want to ask Joe, before you had the Pixel 5, what did you have? What did you use to replace that? Like, what kind of phones do you usually have? Did you a Samsung guy? Were you a Sony guy? What kind of phones?
I had the P20 Pro, which I absolutely loved. And I spent about 6 months before I decided on the Pixel 5. It took me ages. I was looking at loads of big phones that realistically weren't going to work for me. And that's when I come to the conclusion.
Now, because of your hand size, or just because are you just not really a big phone guy? And you're sort of like,
I held my P20 Pro and I thought, I don't want bigger than this. I can't handle bigger than this.
Mm-hmm. What was it that made you want to go?
That's what she said.
Of course.
There we go. The first one of the show.
Knew it. Only took 18 minutes. That's fine.
I'm surprised Chris didn't drop any bombs before me, to be fair.
He's not drinking enough. He hasn't drank enough yet. He will.
Yeah, it'd be cock joke central in about.
Someone was just talking about the XZ1 compacts. That was quite good.
Yeah, somebody mentioned
all of the compacts were great.
Yeah, I really think so. I think
I'm rocking this is the Z2.
Nice.
Yeah,
not really. Not really.
Greg is the one with the XZ1 compact. He said, "Yeah, it was a great phone." I agree. I had somebody. I think Andrew Frat Produce. I think he had it. Did he have an XZ2 compact? I think he had the XZ2 compact. He loves that phone.
Yeah, the XZ3 compact. I genuinely used that as my full-time phone for about a month. I think it was in between other review stuff. Back when shit wasn't launching every single week.
Yeah, I was going to ask
what you
Chris,
mean.
So, Chris, I was going to ask you because you've been in the game for a while about reviewing phones. Has it to me seems like in the last between the August timeframe and right now, there have been just a lot of phones. Has that always been a thing? Because I don't know. No, it's been new. It's got to be new, man.
It's because all the Chinese companies have started coming over here and started releasing stuff. So you've got your Oppos, your Realmes, your Xiaomis, all that stuff you didn't have sort of even 3-4 years ago.
Right.
So it would just be, the slew of stuff from Sony, Samsung, etc. around sort of September time. And then that would be it until, done and dusted until MWC, basically. There's pretty much a 6-month sort of rotation between them all.
Right.
But now, it's...
Samsung,
memo.
Samsung and Apple.
Choice.
It's Samsung and Apple. They joined the game at them price ranges, which upped the game of the Chinese manufacturers, which means we get more phones from them, but we've also got more phones from the bigger manufacturers. So we just have lots of phones.
So many.
You can't go wrong at any price point. Like if you're going into the market and you just buy a phone off the cuff, you're getting a good phone. Doesn't matter what manufacturer it is, what price it was. Like, there's no phone you would say that is so bad now that you wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, that's the major difference between then and now. It's like when I was on Mobile Choice magazine back in sort of 2012 area, every week there'd be another shit budget Android from someone or other, and they would just be so bad. And the number of 2-star reviews, 1.5-star reviews I dished out was honestly like I can't remember the last time I gave a phone a bad review. Like generally, even bad phones are they're perfectly usable and everything.
Right.
Certainly not worthy.
The likes of the Poco, not just the X3, but the Poco F1 and F2, because they exist. Again, at their prices, you just I don't know what the fuck they did with the Poco X3, but that's just they are taking a loss on that. I don't care how many ads they put into the software.
Yeah,
because you can turn that off, so they're not going to make any money on that.
Yeah,
so
it's insane. The
they pulled off that magic.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, it's insane that what you get for so little cash. It's mental.
I am still upset.
Not just the hardware.
Right.
Well, that's it. I'm still upset that we don't get the Mi 10 Ultra.
Yes, that thing is very nice.
That phone looks like a beast, and I would like to try one. China
Again,
only.
I looked at that, but
it's China only. Yeah, it's China only as well, so you wouldn't even have Play Store or anything on it.
ER mentions that he ended up he get the Pixel 4 XL clearly white with from Music Magpie. Is that I guess it's a British company.
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay, pristine 12-month warranty for under 400 quid. There you go. And he's got the XS Max. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, and here's the thing: my wife just got a 12, the iPhone 12, and she likes it. And honestly, when I was in the store there, like looking at it and kind of messing with it, I was like, okay, yeah, I can feel this, man. This is kind of a nice phone. And then she, compared to her 8 Plus, as far as taking pictures, she was blown away with how good the pictures are on the 10, her 12 compared to it. So I don't know. I like the flat sides. I'm glad they went back to the flat-sided phones. I think that's a better design aesthetic. I think it's easier to hold, and she loves that damn thing. But she's never coming off of Android. I've got my stepdaughter.
She'll never come off that.
Kaylin's got it, right? So our daughter Kaylin's got one, and it drives her crazy because she gets green text from her daughter now, and it drives her fruit. Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to convert them one at a time. I can't get Anna to do it. She's iPhone for life. But I'm going to try. But Becky likes her 12. She really does. And it's been pretty good battery. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
you can have blue bubble.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not going to do that because I like to make my wife a little pissed off about that. I think it's funny that she actually gets irritated at the fact that the green messages, the fact that that's a thing for iPhone users, it just makes me happy inside. It makes me smile because you never hear the reverse. Yeah, it's never the reverse. People in Android world go, "Oh God, you're using an iPhone, you suck." No, they just go, "Okay, I get text messages. It's cool if you use an iPhone. That's okay. I don't care, right?" Because it seems like because Android people have more access to OEMs, they're more okay with people having different kinds of phones. Apple people, if you have green text, man, you are literally assed out. I've never understood that in my life.
Blue text, yellow text, pink text. I don't give a shit. I am waiting.
Text of any color.
I am waiting patiently, I might add, for a sequel to the Nubia Z20.
That's a 20
because I like that two-screen aspect of like doing this show. When I had the Z20 was so good because I was using the main cameras,
and you can see that
the cameras were good, and I can still see the show. I haven't seen anything about a follow up to that, so I don't know if they're going to do
one. Radio silent. I would love
to see what they could do.
Yeah, definitely. It's a shame that we haven't seen a Z30 or anything like that.
Well, I think the support for the Z20 was non-existent anyway, because
pretty much
last time I had my hands on one, it was still on Android 9.
It never got an update, did it?
And security patch August 2019, and it never got an update. Again, probably Red Magic got loads.
Yeah, I think that you and me were probably like 20% of the people who owned that phone. To be fair.
Oh yeah, one Zenfone. Yeah, the Zenfone, the Axon, the 7.
I still haven't got the goddamn 7.
I think that's awesome. Cool. I think I'd like to try that.
I have never seen one in the wild. I have never seen one online on Gumtree for sale. I have never seen one secondhand anywhere or in stores, even though ASUS say it's available in the UK.
I've seen it on Swappo. They
had weird.
Somebody had a Zenfone 6 for sale. Actually, the same time I bought the Mate 30, they almost took a swing on it just because I was like, that pop-up camera, that's kind of a cool. I like that.
It's very cool. Yeah,
it's really cool.
A great phone.
Yeah, it hurts a good phone
heavy
too,
though, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm okay. I guess my question is, I'm okay with heavy phones. Joe, do you like? Are you? And not necessarily big. I realize that obviously you prefer like a smaller handset, the P20, right? But do you, if it's really got a lot of grams, like if it's got a lot of heft to it, does that off-put you as far as using a heavy phone, or do you really not care about?
I'll probably drop it on my daughter's head and kill her, so I don't want that to happen.
Don't do that.
No. So, if you had a Legion phone or an ROG Phone 3 or something like that, you're better off just not picking it up.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
Those things are heavy.
And I agree with Simon's comment here about flagships are redundant for 90% of the 95% software improvements where it's at. I agree. I think if you can you're okay with hardware stuff, but if really it's going to be a software experience. Like, do you like the launcher? Do you like the way their phone responds? Does it 90 hertz the thing for you? 120 hertz the thing for you? I think, I would definitely say that software would, for 95% of people, I don't think they really care. I really honestly think, as far as hardware.
Contracts are ridiculous. You go to T-Mobile or wherever, the contracts are just ridiculous now for flagship phones. You're going to pay 60 odd quid a month. It's like, no, right, thanks.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's camera, battery life, it's the usual pain points. That's what the general consumer gives a shit about. It's, Apple's keen to tout it's, got the most powerful processor, but 95% of iPhone users will not be playing fucking League of Legends or anything like that on their phone. They'll literally be messaging.
A lot don't even ask about cameras anymore. It's just, has it got good battery life? Yeah.
Well, I guess the cameras are generally absolutely fine, even on the shitty budgety ones.
Because most people know, even non-techies know, cameras are good on the phone.
Yeah.
Take a good picture.
That's the thing.
I mean, what is the average person doing? They're putting it on Instagram, so it compresses the file anyway. So it's not like they're going to be taking
filter,
flipping full amazing pro pictures and then going beauty filter. No, it doesn't really make a difference to them. They've just got a good camera. And it's really got good battery life, and then they're good.
Yeah.
Even though, from what I've seen, the new iPhones are worse battery life than the previous versions.
Apparently, if they connect to 5G, then that drains the battery really quick, which is not great considering that was the main feature.
Right.
But I've seen
I've found on the 12 it's been great. Like 90% of the time it's connected to my Wi-Fi, but I will be Skyping on this thing. I'll be streaming video. The screen will be on the full fucking day. And it'll still last me, and I'll have 20-30% left at the end of the day, which is the best I've ever had from an iPhone. Usually it's dying about sort of 10 o'clock-ish. So
he's been using the SE. It died by 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my god, that SE! No, that was dead by dinner, mate. every freaking time. Do not buy the SE.
Chris, is that the 12 you're using?
It's a standard 12, yeah, exactly. Probably get the MIDI in as well and see what the battery life's like on that. I'll be interested to see how it compares.
So the SE does have its place. I will defend the SE because somebody like I was talking about this last week with Brian. Say like my nan wants an iPhone. I would never, ever, ever recommend a 12 Pro, an 11 Pro. For the amount, like it's in her bag 90% of the time, like literally. So, and we all know battery drain in standby is non-existent on iPhones, even on the SE. So the SE has got a perfect little space in the market for people who don't use their phones.
Exactly. People who don't use their phones should buy an iPhone SE.
Just put it in their bag. It's for kids and older people who just sit there like, oh no, nobody's talking to me today.
100%. If you don't use your phone, buy an iPhone.
And it's the only iPhone with Touch ID where we're in a generation where we have to wear masks.
That was good.
So.
I don't know why the fuck they don't bring that shit back.
Oh, I know. And it's funny because I was watching my wife. God love her. She's got her 12 and she's doing this. I'm like, no, babe, you got to look at it. And then the problem thing was, and it was funny, was we were in a store doing grocery shopping, and she had her phone. She pulled it up to look at the list. And of course, she looks at it. And of course, she's wearing a mask, so it doesn't do anything. I went, right. And that's when we ran into the whole, she tried to use her PIN code and forgot the goddamn PIN.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, my God. I said, Jesus. So, yeah, I cannot understand why Apple does not integrate on the 12, especially hopefully with the 12S or the 13, whatever it is. They put the fingerprint scanner in the power button. You're already doing it on iPads. Why
look
not
at the shape of
it?
the power button this year. The power button this year is the shape the fingerprint scanner on most other Android phones is anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right.
You may as well have just chucked it in there and gone.
I just don't. For it.
Yeah,
Very
I mean,
similar to
especially
the
on the
phone
iPhone,
phones. Like,
especially if you're a person that's using it, you can just reach your index finger around. If you're holding it this hand, great. But if you had your index finger, just bam, hit it, and it's great.
Straight in.
Yeah,
and
it's
I still side fingerprint scanners still beat in display.
Oh,
I don't give a shit how much they say on stage. Oh, it's this, and this. The only company, well, two companies I've used where the in-display scanner's good is Xiaomi and Realme. Realme's is ridiculous,
dude. On this Huawei, it's legit.
There you go. Doing it live, people, it didn't work.
Because what happens
twice.
Because what happens is it's
really good.
It's looking at my face. It keeps unlocking with the face because
why would it want to do that?
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it's like
if you got Riz to wake, then it'll immediately start scanning.
Bam. I mean, it's like I can't. I'm missing it.
Look at this. This hasn't got a fingerprint scanner. It just goes boop.
Yeah, because you don't care. But I mean, yeah, I think on this Huawei, I think
your fingerprint scanner do this.
No,
I missed that. When I had the Pixel, I didn't realize how much I missed just swiping down the fingerprint scanner.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's a great feature
to bring down the notification bar.
I find I'm always knocking it by accident though. I don't know if it's like hold corns or something.
I've got big hands, so
I've got tiny little.
It's one of them things I just missed. I don't know why. It's just something you always got used to, and then they got rid of the capacitive fingerprint scanners, which was they only did that to say it's future. Because what they replaced it with was not better.
Yeah.
And it's like, Goran's in the chat, so welcome, Goran. I haven't seen it. I know he's been busy.
Hello.
But I know he has a good question.
I have not missed you. No.
God, why do you have to be so mean? God almighty. So anyways, he asked a really interesting question. Like, we're not talking about 5G. Like, for this, really for a question for Chris, since you're in the field. What would you say the major real life differences between anything in 19, right, and 2020 as far as phones?
The big trend is screen refresh. So pretty much all Android phones, like even the budget stuff, you get at least like a 90 hertz option, with the exception, unfortunately, of the pixels below the 5. But pretty much all of the others, even like the Xiaomi Mi 10T Lite, I think it was like 230 quid, it's got like 120 hertz refresh. It's fucking nuts. So something that Apple still needs to jump on the bandwagon. Like, that's the one thing I immediately noticed using the iPhone 12 was that 60 hertz refresh is just like, this feels so slow now.
Yeah, but they need something for next year's releases.
This is true. Yeah, they've done 5G this year, so next year might be 90 hertz refresh. Woo! Yeah,
but only on the Pro Max.
Yes,
I bet that'll be the only one that has 120 hertz, and then it'll be 90, and then it'll be 60.
And I do think, other than the iPhones, obviously, I think this 2020, I think companies are really focusing battery capacity more than they did before. I think either between actually making larger cells or maybe doing some optimization in hardware and software. I think that the push now for 2020 and 2021 is going to be battery life. I think, like Matt said, people really care about that. That's a real world consumer. Yeah,
that is the main thing. But as we're talking about battery, and Chris is here, and I was talking about that dual charging on the Lenovo Legion.
Oh, so good.
That is so fucking. I was like, when I was watching, I was like, what?
Yeah. Like, when I did that,
and I put it in the Discord, and someone went, "Fried battery, anyone? Fried battery? Did anyone order a fried battery? No."
I was slightly scared it was going to do a Samsung Note and just spontaneously combust.
But Chris is like, "What happened to our daughter? Oh, she was in the room. The battery blew up. Oh, is she okay? Oh no, she's way dead, burned. Oh,
not just dead, way dead.
That sounds kind of bad. We have another shot. We don't have another kid. Well, I guess we're gonna have to make one. That means wife's gonna have to. Oh, well, okay. But
No
yeah,
time. Too many phones.
Yeah, it's like I'm sorry, honey, I can't be with you. I gotta review all these phones, and until these assholes really calm down, I'm stuck. I can't do shit. It's like it's fun.
No, but
in the studio.
the dual charging was something I was like. I mean, okay, it's cool, and it's something we talk about because it's got everyone talking. But really.
I mean, I can understand.
Are you going to go to your plug in your kitchen, plug 2 plugs in, and then plug both of them into your phone, and then walk off? If I've got 2 chargers in my phone, I am not going anywhere. I'm staying with it.
Right.
But I mean, this is obviously for the gamers who they run dry, and then they're like, oh fuck, I want to play more Call of Duty Mobile because I'm not enough today. So they plug it in 15 minutes, and then they're ready to go for another several hours.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. But I did notice somebody did a battery drain test with the Legion versus the Black Shark 3 Pro, which has got the same size battery.
Yes.
And the Black Shark lasted an hour longer.
Yeah, the Black Sharks are really good for the battery.
So the software optimization on the Lenovo is not that great at the minute.
Better, yeah. Plus, I mean, the thing with gaming phones as well is there's so many features you need to turn off straight away.
It's just drained.
Stupid. You're like, everything is designed to kill the battery pretty much.
Yeah. In the gaming phone, everything goes, look, battery, mine.
yeah, that's not going to last, lads.
And Juan makes a comment here. He just wants more software and to use the refresh better, like games, especially HRR app and drawer. Yeah, I mean, really, I think that's where
the last bit what he said is a good point.
Yeah.
That last bit he says where at the minute it's cool to have it in your app drawer, but
the refresh,
battery hit just for that is it really worth it? I mean,
especially if you're deploying the drawer, do you really need does it have to be 120 hertz at that point?
Yes.
I don't really don't think
yes, it does.
Yeah. It is pretty cool.
Chris is like, motherfucker.
Yeah, 120 riding into the death.
But I think that's going to be the interesting thing. That's seeing how the whole Lenovo phone is really, and that's funny because I have a Lenovo laptop, which is running this. I love Lenovo stuff. I'm curious. I didn't know anything like that. It got no press at all.
I heard it out.
None. I literally didn't. Even me, and I'm the gaming phone nerd who usually spots things people don't. Right. I didn't even know about it until I saw Chris's video, and I was like, "That looks really interesting."
Yeah, well, they launched it about 3-4 months ago. It was a while back when they actually announced it. It's a very little fanfare, and then they were just like, "Oh, by the way, we've got a Legion in. Do you want to check it out?" It's like. The
blue one looks nice.
Yeah,
nice.
And I was gonna ask Joe.
I just don't like how the brand, the stereo speakers matches the color.
Oh, you don't like that? I quite like that. I thought it was a nice little bit of flair.
I like my front plain. Just give it me black. Just plain.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Going on
front.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not staring at that. It's distracting when I've got blue.
Right. So I guess the question to Joe is: do you game on your phone a lot? And if you do, would you consider a gaming phone? And maybe not replacing the 5, but a secondary, like maybe just to play games? Or how do you feel about gaming phones? Where's their place in the market? Like, what do you think about those?
So for content consumption, I prefer a big screen. So I use a tablet. So
okay.
I'm on my MediaPad M5 now, streaming this, and that's what I play.
MediaPad, classic.
Yeah.
Front look at the camera quality.
Got my fingerprint scanner on it. Yeah, it's not bad. This is over 2 years old now as well, so
cool.
Yeah, they last those MediaPads. I've still got a couple knocking around. They still do the job.
Yeah, the speakers are cracking on it as well.
Yeah,
really nice.
Speakers is the weirdest thing on tablets.
Yeah,
because some are really good, like the MediaPads, but then some are like, why did they even bother?
Oh, like the Fire tablets. Those are dog shit. Yeah, I mean, they are budget, but...
My daughters have both got Fire tablets because it's good for what they want. They just play Roblox and shit, and it's cheap enough to replace if they break them.
Yeah.
But when they're playing videos, and I'm like, the fuck is that screeching noise?
It sounds like somebody's actually strangling a cat.
It's coming from the Fire tablets, and I'm like, okay, just put your headphones in.
Yeah, please.
Turn it, turn it down.
Do your dad a favor, please put in headphones. Because fuck me, if I have to listen to that screeching, I'm gonna fucking punch my eardrums with a screwdriver.
They're only allowed over ears,
right?
And half volume. That's it. When they have headphones in and on, no more.
Yeah. And then TK says for his they use the MediaPad for his son. That's cool. Yeah, it's just I'm just curious, like how I guess my question for Joe is like, why the 5? Especially if you're in the UK and you have all this access to like the Pacos and some more budget phones. And have you owned a Pixel before? Like, what was the draw for the 5 for you? Well, like, what do you use? I mean, I'm curious. I'm just curious why people buy the phones they buy. Basically, I'm just curious about why.
Well, I did consider the 4A, but I wanted the extra features with the 5. The software experience on it is brilliant. I've never had a Pixel, and I'm so pleased I picked this. I watch a lot of YouTube, and everyone bangs on about the software experience, and they're not wrong. The software experience is brilliant. It's little touches like that on the fingerprint scanner, and I got these bad boys free as well. So
so nice. I'm like, I wish I don't think I don't.
We
know.
always get free headphones in the UK. With stuff.
We don't get shit. I'm like,
it's always headphones, or
man.
unless you're TCL, they gave us a free TV with the TCL 10 Pro.
Of course, we've got warehouses full of it.
Dude, you want a
because
TV?
they don't sell their TVs here.
No, not.
Well, they do a few,
I
but not many. If you Amazon TCL TV, you get Hisense.
Yeah.
No TCL TVs.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, right?
Nope.
But here it's like TCL. Is that a channel?
Yeah. It is. It's a movie channel.
They sell They sell crock pots and stuff. That's QVC. It's close enough. So yeah, and then so I just can't believe like you guys. It's interesting to see the differences in region between like, okay, well here you get headphones in a box and you get this, or we'll send you a pair of headphones and you buy a phone in the US. You're like, yeah, you get the phone. You want a charger? Go fuck yourself. You're not getting a charger. Right?
Because we all got guns over there.
Right. We're like, oh, can I get
you want free headphones? Fuck you,
I get a fucking over-under shotgun? Fuck yeah, motherfucker.
But it's not just that. Like O2 especially, and EE do a lot of console deals. So like when you buy Sony's, you get a free PS4.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Yeah.
They were giving that shit away, yeah.
They did the Xperia 5 last year with a PS4 Pro.
Oh, was it the Pro as well, was it?
It was the Pro last year. This year, the Xperia 5 2 this year comes with the cheaper over-ear Sony headphones.
Yeah,
and the Xperia 2 came with the XM3s, I think, because it was the flagship.
Yeah. I think it was the XM3s, yeah.
Yeah. And TK love him to death. He says, they give him in Canada. I'm not in Canada.
UK, Canada, free TVs, America in the middle. Fuck you.
Yeah. Free TV with your TV.
You want a couple you want some 12 gauge rounds? We can give you some. Here you go. Box 12 gauge. There you go.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
I don't get it because you guys need TV and headphones just as much as we do. But maybe it's because there's more of you.
I don't know. I think
maybe it's the size of the region as well. I bet that takes a big part in their decision because a country like ours and Canada, they can supplement the cost in giving out free headphones to the amount of people that are going to buy them. Country the size of the USA, I don't think they could have managed the cost with the amount of people that would get the free stuff with it.
Yeah. Demand is huge, yeah.
So I reckon the marketing decision is probably to do with it. We can't afford to give 65 million Americans a free pair of $200 or $300 headphones, but the UK is 65 million people live in it, so only like 5 million of them max are going to buy our phone, so we can give them free headphones.
And like I said, I think Juan's got a point here. I think in the United States, carriers get in the way of some specials and deals like that. Yeah, I agree. I think again, the blessing and the curse of American carriers is they get into that. Like with me on the Duo, the Duo already has the unlocked versions already have the November update, and it's got some camera updates and other thing. And I'm like patiently, and today's the 15th. So last month, the 15th is when I got the update for my Duo. I still haven't gotten nothing yet. So I think carriers in the United States generally just blow. I don't. It's
you don't get like half the stuff we do. I am just going to jump in and say, Greg, we do get buy one get one free deals in the UK from Extreme Skins. Thank you for that.
Good bit of action.
I appreciate the sponsorship plug. Thank you very much. And don't forget, you have until Saturday, 11:30 p.m. to enter the PS5 giveaway.
And we're there.
And it will be linked on Twitter in the shows. It's on the website. It's everywhere.
And that's why we put Joe
Saturday, 11:30 p.m.
And we put Joe in the top. Sorry, he can point right to the stream stands. It's right by his head. If you're watching the stream, go check him out. They sent me the charcoal colored PS4, and I got everything on except for the 4. When I peeled it on,
you fucking idiot.
Well, I had it was all, and I tried to pick it off.
I love that photo because I'm like, somebody shot.
And I picked it off, and I was like, and the whole middle came out. I was like, Oh, fuck. And it was like, well, I don't care. I'm taking a picture of it anyway. Of course, in true extreme fashion, they blew me up and go, hey, you fucked up the 4. I'm like, yeah, no shit. I suck. Hey, hey, you know what? But it's a really great. I mean, it looks great. Even my wife, who doesn't really care about that, goes, "Well, that black, the charcoal, and that PS4 looks pretty cool. That's kind of neat. I like that how it looks." And it wasn't piss yellow, because if I would have got that, Matt would have flipped out about it. I'm never gonna hear the end
because you are not having piss yellow PS4. I am your carer, you old fuck. You are not allowed a PS4.
No, but it's cool. So.
But when I get the PS5, I'm definitely going to be extreme skins the hell out of it. I'm going to go different colors. Yeah, they've already got them on pre-order.
Okay,
I'll get them on pre-order. I'm going to do different colors on either side and stuff when I get one.
That big ass monstrosity that's the PS5. That thing is like bigger than the door. How did you get in your house? Because I don't know how you get that PS5. I don't know how
it would ever go in anybody's house.
Shove it like a forklift.
Anybody who bought the PS5 needs a new TV stand. They need to redecorate the living room, and they need to buy a little corner unit where it can just sit and live, just in the corner, out of the way, because it's fucking massive.
It's pretty bad. It's not that bad. It's. I think the internet.
It's compared. You've seen like the live people have got it live now, and
I've got it in my fucking lounge next to the Xbox Series X. It's a little bit taller. It's not like.
But when I put it in my TV cabinet, it went. I bet it won't fit.
Oh, you don't want to be putting those things in the TV cabinet, because the TV cabinet will spontaneously combust. The amount of fucking hot air that comes out of these things.
It'll be fine. It'll be insured.
your house will go up like the fucking barn, mate. That's probably what happened. They were probably
again with the barn. What the fuck is?
It's just dude. That was one of the best shows ever. Where you had to get.
Right, because I've got to stop the stream. We had to run away.
The fire brigade's here, and the barn that's about like half a mile from my house is literally fully involved. It's fully involved, and we have to go get the fuck out of here. Bye.
Half a mile. More like 50 feet.
Oh, like right.
It's literally my back door is here. The patio door's here. Then I've got my garden, the fence. Behind the fence is a tree, and then there's the barn.
There was the barn.
Well, yeah, not anymore. Now it's just a ground. But shit happens, and it made for a good stream. So
yeah,
bucks.
And it made for a good stream. Is anybody else hearing a serious echo?
Yes.
Yeah, I am as well. Yeah.
I was just waiting for it to end.
Fuck did that come from?
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not sure where that come from, but anyway. But yeah, we love the barn just because that was the best reason to get off of a podcast or a stream ever. It's like, oh, we have to evacuate because the barn behind my house is on fire. We got to leave and bye. It's just it was.
Right. You had a leak as well, didn't you?
Some to catch on fire. That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, just light my ass, just like poof. Fucking.
Yeah, just glad it was raining all day that day, because otherwise the trees would have gone, the fence,
and then the garden, and then your house.
And then Matt would have got all torched up. He'd be like, "Yeah, I gotta go." Like flames are coming.
I would have saved my phones.
Right.
Phones out the window first. Then children.
No. PlayStation.
Here, take it.
PS4, TV, kids.
Oh, kids last. Kids are last.
That's fine though. Yeah.
Hey, fuck you. You got legs. Back. Run for it. You see the fire run the opposite way.
Really? What do you mean? I go out first, and they throw the stuff out to me, and then they can jump out.
Right. Yeah. Hey, honey. Make sure you don't forget get the PS5. Yeah, you're on. I know it's hot. Quit being a bitch and just get the fucking PS5. It's okay. Yeah, I know you're fire and your hair's on fire. I mean, you're really being selfish right now. You really need to get that PS5 and get it out to me right now. Don't worry, we'll get you taken care of. So
even though it's in short, you better.
Oh, so how is the Belgium England? Are they losing still?
I think we lost.
Let's not talk about that.
2-0 was it? Nah.
Let me just have a look.
Why'd you guys even score a goal?
No,
really?
We lost 2-0.
Wow, you'd even score a goal? Oh, man, you guys suck. You're like the Americans. That's okay. Man, is it?
At least we call football.
Yeah, so we don't care. That's okay.
But I got UK backup. Wait. Yeah. There we go.
No, we fucking suck.
What's funny is because before the show started, everybody was like, you guys are talking about, we got this guy in midfield. I'm like, oh, here we go. We're just going to go.
The team with Eric Dyer in the middle was just.
Yeah, we fell apart as soon as team selection. But again, the teams we support, we're sort of used to disappointment. So
yeah, exactly.
Chris is Sunderland, I'm Derby. So, you know.
And Joe follows
Arsenal.
I thought they were really good. Aren't they really
that's
good?
That's why I said me and Chris are used to disappointment.
Well, you say that, but we lost to Aston Villa the other day, so
Yeah, but Aston Villa are really good.
Everyone's losing Aston Villa
this year. Yeah, Aston Villa were top of the Premier League for like a while there, and they've lost one game all season.
Against Old Trafford and beating Man U 1-0, you expect a better result against Villa.
And so
not really.
Jermaine's,
I'm pretty sure at this point, Derby or Sunderland could go to Old Trafford and beat Man United 1-0.
So Jermaine's in your corner.
Yeah, so they just beat
Will
Leipzig,
Grigg could
didn't
probably
they?
put a fucking goal in there. No worries.
Man City.
Exactly.
Okay.
Man City for the win. Ooh, we got any Man United fans in the chat? Come on, let's start this football hooliganism.
Yeah. I thought Man City.
I'm
Man
saying
United.
shit. No,
that's two different teams, right? Man City, Man United. It's not the same team.
Yeah, two different teams. Just on the
as long as there's no Nottingham Forest fans in the chat, we're good.
Not like the Nottingham Forest, not like that Nottingham Forest, the same thing.
Men in tights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nottingham Forest Football Club.
Okay. Right.
Derby
I thought Arsenal was good.
Evil rivals.
Weren't they really good all the time?
No.
We had our moments, but recently it's not been so good.
Since
they complained despite always finishing in the top half of the Premier League, which quite frankly I would actually kill my firstborn for that to happen to Sunderland.
Chelsea.
Well, we're bottom of the second league, so it's like
we are
currently we are bottom of the Championship, Derby County, and we are proud.
Chelsea. So, John,
I will say, Sheffield United are looking like they're going to break our record in the Premiership. They're currently bottom with no points.
Nil points still.
Nil points.
Really?
And I'll tell you what, Sunderland, you nearly broke our record. Nearly.
Well, we had the record for a while.
You finished on 15 points. You finished 3 points ahead of the record we set. Before you got relegated. Obviously, that wasn't a good year for you either.
No, that was not a good time. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah. And then,
but because I remind myself of 2016-17 where we won one game and it was against Newcastle. And that was it.
I mean, if you could beat anyone,
Newcastle are top.
We beat Newcastle.
Okay. No, so and AR says no Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, or Tottenham fans.
Good. We're good. We're okay.
Good.
And then Greg's a Forest Green fan.
We just got to put up with the Sunderland.
They're just down the road.
Okay, that's a different team.
Forest Green.
I can't. I need a flow chart or something. I don't know what the
podcast has now just completely diverted.
Well, then I got Ronald helping me out. He's like, soccer, bunch of guys chasing the ball around the field, scared of getting a yellow red card, and he calls it soccer.
Yeah, don't talk about that red card. That red card is dangerous, man. You want to avoid that. You go to VAR and they will check that shit for 20 minutes.
Yeah, so
Sam, it's
good old
the Green Forest Raiders.
Yeah,
something along those lines.
Ronald, Sam's wearing a jumper with your name on it.
Right. It's a jumper. What? It's a hoodie. It's a hooded sweatshirt, not a jumper. You weirdo jumper.
Sweater.
A sweater. That's a sweater. Okay, so yeah. It's Webster. It's Webster. This is where I
outnumbered American.
I didn't go to. This is the high school. Webster Groves is where I went to grade school, so I had to go to the high school. But I like the school, so the other hoodie.
You call it high school because everyone smokes weed.
No, not everybody. No,
not everybody. Just
not
most
everybody.
people.
A lot of people.
It's expensive, man. It's not cheap. Booze is cheaper, so I just drew with that. DT is on my side. Yeah, hoodie. It's a hoodie. That's what we call it.
It is a hoodie. To be fair.
It's a hoodie. So anyway, no, I can't wear the other hooded sweater. It's actually cold. It's kind of chilly out here. It's about like 50 degrees. There's a wind. Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hoodie crew. Where's your hoodie, Matt?
Matt doesn't have one. He's like,
I'm inside in my living room. I'm not wearing a hoodie. I'm on my sofa.
It reminds me of a time when everyone had dual screen phones.
So it's good.
Oh,
so
shut the fuck up! You two are from the UK. You can't get dual screen phones either. Well, unless you're Chris and you get special treatment from like LG or something. But I
don't get special treatments. I don't even get normal treatment.
Even then, you wouldn't be able to buy one. So
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck
And
them
actually,
both,
so I went to Webster Grove's grade schools or like primary schools, but when I went to my secondary school, it was actually a U.S. Naval military school. So I actually went to a military school.
That's pretty badass.
Sam, right now, you look like Kenny from South Park.
Oh, really?
I'm so sorry.
That's
Your
the end of
hood's-
this. That's the end of this shit, then.
Your
All
hood
right.
is smaller than your head.
Well, because
So
I got
when you
these
put it
big
up-
ass status headphones. It's like
When
it's
you
not,
put it up, this bit goes like this. So all you
'Cause
can
I got
see
these
is this
big-ass
part of your face.
headphones.
And it's
What?
orange.
Well, it's okay. Wouldn't it be better if you just didn't see my face? Wouldn't that be a better live stream if we didn't have
I'd
to see
miss
my face?
you.
You wouldn't miss me. No,
No.
you wouldn't. That's fine. So the problem is I have only one other hooded sweatshirt and I can't wear it on the show because it has my company I work for on the, and I'm not allowed to wear that in the stream. So I had to wear this one. So I'm glad that Chris and Joe had some hood love so they knew what was going on.
Hood
And
love.
they're in their hood love. They're in their
I don't give a
house.
shit about your hoods. I'm wearing the best hat on the market.
Are you threatening me? I am the great
TK Bay
cornholio.
merch.
I need
TK Bay
people right
merch.
buttonhole. Yeah, I was like, I was more of a cornholio look. I thought I had going on.
Oh,
So-
if you want this T-shirt, you can't have it. It's mine.
Right. Well, I actually like the fact that I liked, and speaking of this, so we want to bring up Juan in the chat.
Somegadgetguy.com. I'm just saying all the links are on there. Just go and have
Yeah.
a look at his website. It's awesome.
Go get you some merch. And also, I like the color he had on his recent video, which was talking about his actually getting a silver play button. And so,
Yes.
from the across the podcast, and I know everybody in the chat is a really big fan of Juan. We say congratulations, you finally got it. It took a year, but you got your silver play button, sir. We are happy about that. It's cool.
I'm so happy for him, but I preferred the biscuits to the play button.
No, the biscuit thing was cool.
The play biscuits
Yeah.
was so much
Yeah.
better than the silver play button.
Although I have to admit that in the and when he was at the last cut where he's chewing on it, he was chewing on that bit for about 7.
I was watching that bit and I was like,
He was like
"I
chewing
want
on it. He's
that
really
one-
getting it.
That cookie looks nice."
It's good. Yeah, dumping in some coffee. It can
Mhm.
have some bourbon or whiskey.
Also,
in the coffee. That would be okay.
Some Gadget Guy merch. Dunk it in
Yep.
your coffee cup.
Right. So yeah, we are super excited about Juan. We are here at the Cross the Podcast. We are not going to ever receive a silver play button, ever,
Hey,
ever.
you can buy
Never
one
say
eBay.
never.
Never
dude.
say never,
Never say
yeah.
never.
I like
Never
to try.
say
I'd like to think so, but maybe one day we can. I know.
No.
I know. Chris has got his,
Have you met me and Sam?
yeah.
YouTube ain't monetizing none of this shit.
Who wouldn't want to listen to a tech podcast that literally talks about British football for about 20 minutes in the middle
And
of
food.
Well,
And
it's
then
funny.
random-
No Joe on it.
And
Well,
then
what
every
cracked me
now
up
and
is-
again, Aditya brings up OnlyFans, and it's weird. But, you know,
Yeah, he did bring up OnlyFans earlier today in the chat. I think he's just good for that. And he also said he would miss my face. So there you go.
It's a lovely face.
I think. Well, it's okay. It's a
they
face.
are. That's it. Juan, it's not about the play buttons, but the friends you make along the way.
Absolutely.
There you go. That's almost as inspirational as your fucking Lucasade bottle.
That's it. Then look at this guy. Look at him. We
Yeah.
made friends with him
I
along the
literally
way.
have no fucking talent, and I've got one of these stupid silver fucking things right here.
Yeah. So we are really excited about that. I know he earned it about last year, sometime in 2019, and he finally got the button. So finally YouTube, and I'm glad that he made a comment about the algorithm and YouTube, and really not being snarky or shitty about it, but really being like,
It did take them over a year
Yeah,
to
I mean,
send
that's just
him
ridiculous,
to
man.
play
And-
buttons.
But
So
I'm
he
glad.
got the 100,000, then it took them a year to actually.
Yeah, he
get that
only
shit
just
up.
got the play button, but he passed 100,000 in
Back in
2019.
2019.
Fucking
yeah.
nuts.
I know.
Jesus, are they just like backed up because they got so many people hitting that number now?
I mean, I got
or-
my free headphones quicker than that.
Yeah.
No, so Ronald, I guess Ronald missed the beginning of the chat. No, Ronald, I'm at the lake. I'm at the Lake of the Ozarks in Middle Missouri. So that's what you're seeing behind me is the one of the little small inlets or etlets or whatever. For
Oh,
the,
sorry.
the-
To be
yeah,
fair, it was closer to around 11 months it took him to send it.
Yeah, but I mean, we are really excited about that. I mean, it's well deserved, and honestly, for what Juan does in his content and his community and everything like that, he really should have more followers. And we are happy to be part of that community, and,
Especially us, because this show wouldn't exist without him and his community.
Yeah.
This show spawned from the Some Gadget Guy community.
right.
Cool.
There's none of this would be here. Joe, Chris, me, Sam, none of it.
Yeah, so much props and congratulations, and maybe someday Juan can make a batch of those cookies and send them out to the community as a a nice Patreon.
Not fucking
exclusive.
here. We won't get on because we'll get fucking FedEx charging £560 custom charges for it.
Right.
You want some biscuits? That'll be $1,000, motherfucker.
Yeah. I would pay it. Those look like really good biscuits.
It'd just be easier to send us the recipe.
Right. So I think Greg had made a comment about the merch. So really, honestly, the reason why the merch, like the person who sells our merch, really turned off the shipping option because it's extraordinarily expensive, and I don't want people to pay for a shirt and they have to pay like $40 for the shipping to the UK. So what I'm trying to do is get some orders because we still need to get Chris a shirt. We're gonna get him a
don't worry about any of that. Like, we go. Boris is in the talks. The deal's got to be done before January is when Brexit's done.
Jesus Christ!
So this time next year, we'll either be in a better place or in a worse place. So
we'll actually be on fire.
We'll be dropped in a bucket of lava, a pool of lava. That would be next, right?
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen, and even with my workplace, they're preparing for Brexit because there's the companies we work with in the EU that are refusing currently to saying, well, we'll wait and see what happens. You know, we're struggling to get stuff. We've voted that. He's got us out, but we had until January 2021 to get the deal in place with trades and taxes and everything else before we left.
It's going to be enough toilet roll, man.
And he's been in and out of the meetings all this week, but obviously currently he's distracted by COVID and the current national lockdown.
And going on holiday. Probably.
Right. And the Queen's got a really nice mask.
Yeah, Andrew's bang on there.
Yeah, and I agree with and Andrew's in the chat.
All these guys down there. All these guys, I love them.
Oh, thank you. Hello. I love you up there too, man. You're like
right. And so I mean we really want to, like I said, it's just the community is really what makes the show. It's really content because you can get content anywhere. I can find about iPhones and all that kind of stuff, but really this is probably the best, nicely tight-knit community. We never ever really physically met each other. We look, hopefully after this whole lockdown thing gets done and we're past all that, we can actually have meet together. But
it'd be easier for us three to meet up with each other.
To get to the UK, and meet and visit too.
About 20 minutes, I'm with Chris. 20 minutes, I'm with Joe. So
we're gonna get fucking smashed on apple sours in a Weatherspoons or something.
Right.
Done.
Not a Weatherspoons.
Chris, did you finish the bottle of Luffy? Is the bottle of Luffy finished?
No, yeah,
it looks like almost. Last little bit. There we go.
Yeah. I thought you were just gonna pound the bottle. Once you get to about the last cupful, just
no. He's got some class, man.
No.
Do I? Are you trying to be sir?
Right. I lied.
So, a bit too much there.
Yeah,
I lied. Okay. No, I was a lie.
So I guess Chris, what are you going to be? Are you pretty much really like solidly booked for the rest of the year? Are you looking to like January where things start to kind of calm down? How's your itinerary of phone review and videos going through? How's that?
I mean, basically, my calendar it's just got one word written in every single day up until Christmas, and that word is pain. Just phones. Obviously, PS5 and Xbox happened as well, so I'm hoping to get my PS5 review done early next week. Still got to do the Xbox One. Got to admit, I've been doing a bit more on the PS5 than the Xbox these past few days. That is a nice bit of kit and some very good launch games and everything. And then hopefully getting some more fun stuff done. So iPhone 12 is dropping tomorrow. Hopefully getting the mini in. Got the Realme launch. Got other launches. Yeah, it's going to be busy until Christmas. And then at Christmas, I might be able to just get fucking blitzkrieg drunk for like 48 hours and forget about the world, and then it'll start all over.
And we do it. We get you at like hour 46 of that blitzkrieg, so we want to get you on when you're just proper fucking ripped.
Probably 40 hour 45.
I've always wanted to stream like a live stream, just 24.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, we're the day after.
Exactly.
Turn the headphones around, man.
We're the day after Boxing Day, so we're literally going to have. We are going to stream Christmas weekend because we are the day after Boxing Day. So
there you go. Perfect. Yeah. So I'll probably
welcome to your Christmas unwind show with Sam and Matt.
I might have to be suspended from the ceiling, like a marionette or something like that.
We'll be hanging upside down with a straw.
Could be like
biggest bottle of Jack Daniels in the world on the floor.
So
all the good stuff.
And it's interesting. So, Matt, you can answer this question. He asked, "How do we meet? How do we meet Chris?" Is he part of the community? So like,
no. What happened was I gave him £5 outside of a bus station once, and he used that and built up this channel that he's got now, and it was really fun.
That was pretty much it.
No, basically, I've been watching and commenting on his stuff for years, and I reached out about coming on the show, and like literally, as soon as we met him for the first time, it was like, oh, look, it's that third brother that we didn't know we had.
Yeah.
And it just sort of, that was it. And then that was it. Like literally, there was nothing special behind me. It was, I reached out like I reach out to creators, come on the show. And Chris just clicked with us and we clicked with him. And we just talk. We talk offline, online. We have a laugh. It's a chat. It's fun. And you just sort of become mates across the time. It's a bit like how we met like Juan and TK and El Jefe and like we sort of meet in the strangest ways, but then become friends along the way, and before you know it, it's just family all over. Like, do you know what I mean?
I agree. And
that was so soft for this show. I'm just gonna go and be sick.
Right. So,
there we go. I brought it back. It's fine.
Yeah. ER makes a comment.
This, bit, don't worry.
I first stumbled across Chris's videos when he was with Rikumbu. So I remember.
Classic.
And I was just like, man, this guy's like edgy, and it's like because I've watched all these content. Everybody's like, that's very, very straight laced, and like, but he's like, no, this guy is like a kind of an ass, and he's like really kind of edgy. It's like, no,
he
I
will say
like,
this
I'm
phone is as bad as is as hot as a pedo outside of a playground, but he'll beat the bits that he can, and then that's it. Off he goes.
And I was like, no, I can get down with this guy. This guy's like edgy. Like if I'd be like, no, your phone sucks. You suck, and you shut the fuck up. Right? But I like it. It's a good phone. No, man, that phone's proper shit. Your blower sucks, and fuck you. Like I'd be like, any drinks? Yeah, I'm in. I'm 100% bought in, man. This guy's got me, man.
So it's just genius.
Yeah, it's just and it's just like so. And you watch these content creators, absolutely, yeah.
It's like the TechSpurt Weekly. Like no one else does a weekly show where they don't have intro music. You literally just go TechSpurt Weekly.
Yeah, I was like, I should probably like hire a music guy to do something.
No, don't do that because then viewers comments.
Great. Yeah.
It's like viewer comments. Yay!
Yeah,
it's like
on the
it's great.
Single manufacturer.
And it's funny because it's almost like it's not true, but it almost feels like I don't give a shit enough to give enough to have a show like this like have comments and have proper music. Fuck you. If you're listening, you know what the hell's coming. So fuck you. Your comments.
Know what you signed up for.
It's like,
it's like he reads the insulting and negative comments and everything. Fuck.
It's like, I don't care. Like I could come up with the beauty of the show, and for people like me who kind of like are like edgy, kind of like almost like crude. It's like he's like I could make music and make this really professional, but I'm not. I'm just gonna go TechSpurt Weekly, and you're gonna go. And for me, I'm like, not only do I keep watching, but that engages me. Now other people are like, oh my god, that's. There's children that watch. I play this podcast in my car, and then I got to explain to Billy. No, Billy, he's not really.
No one's paying our podcast.
What is Felchin?
I'll tell you that.
What is Felchin, mummy?
He's like, he talks about bums and like ball bags. And she's like, it's like, but for people like us, it's just like, yeah, it's like finally somebody. It's just like if I were gonna do a show and I was gonna we're gonna have a podcast, I would do it like Chris does, and I'm just like. I don't give a shit, man. It's liberating to have that and to see somebody else actually successful, like not us, really. And then like Chris, who's got like 400,000, and it's just like it, and he gets more. It's just it's really, it's really.
Let's just go back to that 400,000 subscribers.
Yeah, this is mental.
Hit that this week. Congratulations on hitting 400,000.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and I do not understand it. Somebody in TechSpurt
400,000 people like to listen to you talk.
I know, it's insane. And one of my comments in TechSpurt Weekly said I could be watching a Chris Nolan film now. I could be watching David Icke documentaries, expanding my mind, and I'm watching a stupid bald northern twat swear.
Well, and it's funny. And I see this comment, but I'm not going to ask Chris this question. But if you're wondering about Chris's taste in music, go watch his last TechSpurt Weekly. He talks about the music he's into.
Fucking called it punk and metal.
Exactly the same kind of music I like. Exactly. The only music that's on my phones, on my playlist, is that music.
Well, he mentioned Periphery, and I fucking love that guy. I love Periphery. They are awesome, man.
That's my go-to job.
Yeah, I mean, and especially if you go to Periphery 3, because it's got Absalom and Marigold. Those are my two favorite Periphery songs. Those, if you get any chance,
I still love the time that you say Marigold, and I just think of fucking Rubber Gloves.
Yeah, that's the
every
first thing that
time,
comes into your mind.
every single time, Marigold. I'm watching the parts in my yellow marigolds.
No, but I mean, but yeah,
it's soapy.
Yeah, Marigold, Periphery 3. If you get a chance to listen to that album, I think that's, if you're going to listen to Periphery, and I'm into, Animal, and also, Chris, have you ever heard Animals as Leaders?
We start a band?
Animals as Leaders, classic.
Yeah.
We should start a band.
Periphery 4, he'll start.
No, we should not start a band, because
we should start a band. That'd be great.
No,
I have
no music. We don't need music. We don't need any background music. Just us.
Just me doing my TechSpurt weekly.
Yeah. And we'll just start doing stuff in the background for no reason, and people will watch, subscribe, and we will earn millions.
Right. Or we won't. We'll just basically just hang out. But yeah, I saw that he hit 400K, and that's awesome, man. Chris,
Thank
it's
you very much.
well deserved as always.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, it went up quick as well, because you was going up steadily, and then you was going up, and then all of a sudden it just went 400.
Yeah, it's because there's been so many fucking fonts. I literally have been pumping out every day.
I think a lot of your content as well, you're like, you look no good creators, like none of the big creators cover the budget. Like you do your budget videos, you literally do best under 300, best under 200, best under 400.
That's my bread and butter, definitely.
And then you cover all the phones that you never see. When was the last time you saw a budget moto phone on a creator's channel?
I know, and it blows my mind because that's the kind of stuff that people are interested in. Like, obviously,
I understand regions and marketing and stuff like that, but there's not many that cover all the budget phones that we can get in the UK, like the Realmes and everything else. Like Ben does from Lover of Tech. I know he loves all the Realme stuff because he's really good at the content there.
Yeah,
and the Motos and the Xiaomis, and it's not just that; it's the Nokias as well. Like, I've never seen a Nokia mentioned on a budget video.
No.
And then Chris comes along going, "Look at this fucking thing! It's got this thing in the middle, and it's fucking and it's a Nokia, and it's wank. Fuck it, let's go for this one."
Some of them are right.
Yeah. But because I've noticed as well, a lot of the lower end phones, they've got massive batteries. That's what I like about them.
Like all 5,000 milliamp these days. Like even the new G9 Power, that's 6,000 milliamp because they had to up it because the standard G9 Play and the G9 Plus, they've got 5,000 milliamp now. So yeah, they got to one up themselves.
Where are we when we get to 7,000 milliamp hour batteries?
I mean, it's
do you think Asus?
Yeah,
the ROG phones.
I would say Motorola's got a good chance of hitting it first. I think
Motorola or Asus.
I'd say the gaming phones, because that's where you really need that shit when you're going to be gaming on something for 2-3 hours.
Because
the
ROG2 and the ROG3 have both been 6,000.
Yeah.
So I feel the ROG4 they've got to make the battery bigger. So maybe 6.5.
They did it M51.
So,
M51.
6 or 7. Yeah, it's a massive.
I think it's 6. I don't think it's 7. I think it might be 6.
No,
but
there are some with like 10,000 milliamp and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Energizer phone. Do you remember that?
Yeah. You got the Energizer. You got which one was it? So one of the dodgy phones.
The Doogie phones. The Doogie. Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah,
the Doogie rugged phones have got big. I think one of them's got an 8,500 milliamp hour battery.
Really, that's just a battery pack. Right, it's just a battery backup pack with phone on it.
We're talking like normal everyday phones like yours, mine. Gaming phones will introduce bigger batteries first, bigger than 6,000, and then Samsung will come along with the Ultras to match or just be underneath it, and then probably the following years when all the budget phones will just be like, yeah, we've got a 7,000 milliamp hour battery. Woo.
Yeah,
because most people now, do you really care how thick your phone is? I mean, to a point, obviously. Like the ROG phone is a thick phone, but to go 7,000, how much thicker, bigger would it really be? Not as much as people would think. So
and the trend is definitely towards like 7-inch beasts. So there's going to be a lot of that next year.
Black Shark 3 Pro, that thing was.
And Simon's the Mi Note 10 is 5,200, so the Mi Note 10 is probably a good one. And this is a question I want to ask really Chris and Joe. So do you think that Huawei can recover from the last couple of years of damage? If they could get GPS in the next, let's say 3 months, Biden administration comes in, for some reason they fast track off the entity list. ZTE and Huawei come off the entity list on February 1st. Are they able to recover, do you think?
Oh yeah, they could. I mean, they've got
so.
so much money behind them. Like if they can get back in with the US carriers and everything, get some good distribution there, that'll really help. But yeah, no, they could absolutely smash it. I'd just be gutted for them because obviously they're in such a good place, and then they've probably spent a lot of resources developing Harmony and all that good stuff, which I was kind of interested to see next year. But then if it all gets reverted, then maybe that won't happen, I guess. So yeah,
no, there's only one phone that's coming out next year that everyone's going to be talking about, and that's the BlackBerry. Got
a bit of BlackBerry action.
I can't wait for.
It's not even BlackBerry though, is it? It's like a third party with the BlackBerry.
Yeah,
shut up. Hey, steady. It'll have the BlackBerry name on it, and I'll have the keyboard.
Yeah,
as long as it's got a stupid name like the Priv. That's the main thing.
Oh yeah.
So actually,
the naming was a bit like Sony, wasn't it? Just sort of.
So ER says it's got that.
Which way are we going? I don't know.
7,000 milliamp battery. I think $7,000 already in the M51. So there you go. We've already got the 7,000.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
I thought
and then Ronald says that
the M50 aren't the M phones for like India markets and stuff. I think the M.
I think you do have to over here. I don't think you can get them from.
I don't think it's North America.
I don't think they're Western. I think they're more Indian markets, Middle Eastern markets.
Yeah, and yes, and Aditya is so excited about not only peanut butter lube. I don't know why he mentioned that in the comments because he's weird. And then BlackBerry 22
peanut butter lube.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
Is that
My question is it going to be crunchy?
Peanut butter is dry as shit.
Then it's going to like raw.
What the fuck is that lube?
No, if you're going to do peanut butter lube, is it
smooth cream? You see what you do to the descends into chaos talking peanut butter lube.
I'm just saying. No, especially if it's crunchy peanut butter lube, that's not good. No, that's
going to hurt like a motherfucker.
Peanut butter jelly time. There you go.
Jelly might work. That'll be all right.
Okay.
Leave out the peanut butter.
But he does mention the comment about 2021 BlackBerry.
Let's get back to the BlackBerry.
I'm curious to see if they're going to do like a proper Key 2 replacement, like a Key 3, or they're going to kind of, since the new company,
headphone jack, yes or no?
Oh yeah.
Do you think it'll have a headphone jack?
Yeah.
Yep,
I think so.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you, I really like the BlackBerry.
Come on, go, fuck you, we're wrong. We ain't got one.
And also, I really like the BlackBerry security suite of apps, all the BlackBerry, the privacy shade, and all that shit. I love that stuff. That
the
stuff
UI, all the apps.
Good. Oh god,
really good.
Somewhere for Aditya to put his fucking ideas that's very secure.
Yeah,
his peanut butter lube. We'll just get rid of that. Put that in the BlackBerry folder.
Put that in a private folder and never share it with anyone.
Never share it with anybody ever again.
And he takes full credit for basically throwing us a big old peanut butter lube tangent. So good job with Aditya. Way to go. Love you, sir.
I'm sorry, I need to confirm. Is this a thing or is this just?
He does it every show.
It's not. Aditya just makes stuff up as he goes along.
Right. Okay.
Where he gets
and then reducing Bluetooth would help with security issues. I would imagine BlackBerry would keep a headphone. Yeah, I agree too. I think that Bluetooth obviously opens up some security vulnerability. I think that just for the headphone jack, I'm just curious.
Unless they make their own BlackBerry buds.
Oh, maybe they could.
Proprietary Bluetooth.
Proprietary security chip inside. Fucking honestly, nothing would surprise me. Nothing would surprise me.
BlackBerry by Xiaomi, so secure. Is that kind of like reminds me of Uncle Roger? Uncle Roger, so secure. MSG, you do it. Yeah, I mean Uncle Roger. If you don't give a chance to check that guy out on
Uncle Roger is
dude, that guy is fucking awesome. I love watching this stuff. Oh, it's like get a rice cooker, then you're good. If your rice too wet, you fucked. You fucked up. Your rice is fucked, dude. But BlackBerry by Xiaomi, yeah, I think that would be the most unsecure phone and the most secure phone meeting in the middle to have a not so secure phone. But yeah, I love
if you get a BlackBerry phone and you open the box like you do with Apple and it says made in California and it says at the bottom of the BlackBerry box sponsored by the Chinese Communist Party, put it back in the box and send it back.
Oh, Joe's back. He dropped off. I thought he just basically got sick of our bullshit. I'd have quit too. I probably would have bowed out as well.
No, I hit my 30s and a few beers, nature calls.
Oh, he had a deuce. Okay, cool.
He went for a piss. Hey, was your piss the same color as his skin?
No.
I don't know. Should I get the camera on it?
Yeah, we'll take a look. So let's go. But yeah.
Well, Aditya's here, so he might want to look at it.
Yeah. There you go. Chris, petroleum-based lubes pretty much, and he would know. Apparently, Aditya has done the field work on the petroleum-based lubes. There you go.
Buy your petroleum shares now, guys.
In case you need some Astro Glide, that's the jam right there, folks. So
yeah.
But So we're at that 1 hour, almost 20-minute mark. So we're probably getting long on time. If you're listening to this podcast in your car, in your headphones,
we apologize.
You're probably ready to take a piss or looking on Google for peanut butter lube. If you're doing that search, lube spelled L-U-B-E. Yep, absolutely. And we don't have any sponsorships.
Somebody's going to Google that. I know somebody's going to.
I've already Googled
it.
Chris is there. He's like, "What?"
I needed to know.
Chris has got it up, and he's gone. No.
I have literally got it up. Hey-o.
Yeah, peanut butter lube, it's a thing. So if you Google that, just make sure you're on a VPN. We don't have a sponsor for any of that kind of stuff. But if you do have a chance for sponsorship, you got some chance to get in on the PS5 thing. Do that before Sunday. What time is it? 5 o'clock?
Saturday. 11:30 p.m. The competition ends.
Right. So get inside. And also while you're there.
BST. Right. I have no idea what time that is where you are.
That's early. It's like early. So that's that. So get it done before Saturday. And while you're on there, get yourself a skin. Get yourself some nice looking skins on your phone. They're a really good company, man. Support them. They're really good folks, and they do good quality product, and they ship really well, even if you're in the United States. So as far as shipping our merch to the UK, we may have to wait until the end of the year.
I have extreme skins all over the house, and I haven't got any near me right now. Sorry,
you're never prepared.
There's literally extreme skins like everywhere in my house, and I never remember to put one next to me, except once a couple of weeks ago. I had the skins with me.
You see your hammer and sickle on the side of the box, and you know you need to pass, right? Because that's right. Okay, so we're good. We're at that 120 mark. Chris, sir, is there anything you would like to say? Peanut butter lube. You're done with your drinks. Anything you want to contribute before we let you go? Because we always appreciate having you on. You've always been always welcome, sir.
No, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure, sir. And I'm looking forward to the fourth time. Definitely. And extreme skins, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's right. Joe, sir, thank you for coming on. I know you've it's late there in the UK, and we really appreciate it. Like I said, we would love more people in our community to join the show because I think
definitely
we love to actually see your face and talk to you, real people.
But it's just that this is awesome because Joe, fan of Chris's, this kind of thing, we get people together face to face with communities that they normally would just follow and talk to online. So it's different because you get to have a chat with one of your fans.
Chris knows to block me now. The block.
Dude, you've got a Viking horn. I need to get a Viking horn that shit.
Yeah, you need to. It's like Joe's like, you lost me at peanut butter lube. That's what we should call the show, peanut butter lube. So Joe, we really absolutely. So we appreciate you coming on, sir.
Greg, that is a really good idea. I'll just skin all of my coffee mugs.
Yeah.
Before one shouts at me, I won't skin the merch. Just
right. Well, if it's got a logo like TK has mugs, if you have or any other mugs, we got to make sure that we don't skin over the merch.
No, if I get extreme skins to make a skin with this on it, I'll just stick it all over the house.
Absolutely. So, Joe, we really appreciate coming on. You're welcome anytime. Oh, absolutely, man. We'll get to talking about stuff, and we promise next time.
Guys, right?
Except, we'll get it worked out. So,
in its ugly face.
Matt,
sorry about it.
another show in the books, sir. I don't know where we're at. I think we're at episode 23 or 24.
God, this crazy bullshit. I don't know.
It's nuts, man.
What do you think we do? Keep count like professionals? No,
I do. It's just the shows come up. So
how many guests have we had?
I'd say about 15. Not counting like different kinds. Like we have 2 here, but I think we've had like 15 or 20 different kinds of actual guests on the show. It's crazy.
Kinds. Like we've had aliens, we've had moon people,
right? We've had UK people. We've had
some from
humans from the Philippines.
We've had Chris 3 times. He's come and does something different every time.
He's gonna come on. He's just coming on every time. He's just gonna make it part of his life.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna live in this chat room. Like anytime you guys want to come along, say hi.
Absolutely,
better to do.
And so we got
He's still with us.
Right. And so for everybody to chat, Aditya and all Greg and Webster, and we got Simon and Andrew and TK and Juan and everybody else, Greg and Joe is not in the chat. He's on our show. So we don't have to give him a shout out in the chat. He's actually here. There you go. So it is Across the Pondcast, the best podcast you never heard of. We will be back next Sunday, 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. I will not be at Lake of the Ozarks. I'll be back in my house. Unfortunately.
You need to do like a trip across the US every Sunday you stream from a different place.
Oh, just fucking nick that boat in the background. Nick that boat and then just fucking do a massive US boat trip.
We are so British. Yo, just nick that boat behind you.
I'm fucking rowing. I can't talk. I'm out of breath. Fucking goddamn talk. Do something. I'm rowing here. I'm in the middle of the lake. So absolutely. So for Across the Pondcast, for Chris, for Joe, Hickey, Sam, and Matt, thank you for showing up. We appreciate you taking your time to spend with us on a Sunday. Be safe. Please wear a mask. Please wash your hands. Stay 6 feet away from people, because why the fuck would you want to be around anybody anyway that isn't somebody in this community? So, they probably got COVID or just generally cooties, and fuck them. So anyway, for myself.
And if you do fuck them, use that peanut butter lube.
Right.
Yes.
And a condom streamed by Extreme Skins.
Yes. That's a condom sponsored by Extreme Skins. We get any color you want.
So absolutely. So thanks for everybody tuning in.
I'm not going to like that plug.
No. We'll be back next Sunday. I don't know who the guest is, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to be a good time no matter who we have on, and we're here.
You don't know who our guest is next week?
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. I'm on vacation. It's Chris.
Hey, surprise.
It's Jermaine.
It's Jermaine. Oh, we have Jermaine next
Concept
week.
creator. Yes.
And I think the next week after that, I believe we have Dan Tanner from Tana So Lit on the 29th.
Yes.
Which is going to be a great show. So if you're a fan of Tana So Lit, go check him out. If Jermaine's on there too, he's going to be awesome. We're going to have good stuff coming on.
And at some point, Matthew Moniz will be here.
That should be determined. We can't
get a date because it's going to be in the week.
Yeah,
it won't be on a Sunday. It will be in the week.
Yeah, we will definitely, when we have these off shows where they're like midweek or different times, we promise we'll get that information out to everybody. So they
if not,
we'll have Barraclaw on, because that bald fuck is going to show up no matter what.
We love this guy, and he's welcome anytime.
Just keep on feeding me beer. I'll keep on appearing on the show. It's all good.
We can do that. We'll just give him alcohol, see where it goes. And if it goes into a bad place,
just an FYI, that's also how you burgle his house.
Place, my friends. You know
this
what? By now.
I say that just an FYI. That's also how you burgle his house. Just keep feeding him beer, and he'll be all right.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't keep advertising the fact that I have several smartphones sat around in the original wrapping.
Yes, but nobody knows where you live. It's fine.
It's okay. So for myself, for Matt, for Chris Barraclaw, the man, the myth, the legend, for Joe Hickey, enjoy yourselves. See you next Sunday across the Pondcast, 3 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock BST. And be safe. We love you guys. Take care. Bye, everybody.